were born to win.
Hi, Jonah. Thanks for joining us today. How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you, Cherry, for inviting me to this talk.
Thanks for being here. So let's just start by you telling us a little bit about yourself, about your current job, what you do.
Sure. My name is Jonah Andersson. I'm a software developer in Sweden. I work at Forefront Consulting and I code C Sharp and full stack development. And I am originally from the Philippines and I moved to Sweden 9 to 10 years ago.
Great. And have you always wanted to be a software engineer? How did actually everything get started and you end up being a software developer today?
Yeah. Good question. When I was younger, I dreamed to become an engineer or an architect, and that is making buildings or designing buildings. But due to the life circumstances and situation in the family that I had back in the Philippines, my parents couldn't afford to send me to college because it cost. So I took the initiative. I really want to study and go to school. So I took the initiative to take the scholarship. And fortunately, I was able to get a scholarship and I decided to take computer science instead of engineering. And I believed it was a destiny because I really liked going to school and learning more about computers back then. And it was the day when the internet era were starting to get popular. So that's how I get started with studying computer science, and then after school, I worked in different type of jobs because when my mother died, I was became the breadwinner of the family. So instead of working as a programmer, I worked as a technical support. But then my passion and dream to be software engineer is still in my heart. So when I moved to Sweden 10 years ago, I decided to pursue my dream of becoming a software developer. So I studied more software development, and then I started working as one here in Sweden.
Oh, great. So your first job as a software developer was in Sweden. Was it easy for you to get that very first job in tech?
Yeah, good question. It was not easy actually, especially coming from a different background. In Sweden, it's not easy to find a job as a woman, and me coming from a different background. First challenge was the language. English was one of the primary languages in the Philippines, but when I moved to Sweden, I had to learn Swedish, and I had a challenge finding a job in programming, but I really want to achieve my passion and dream. So I went to a Swedish school in the college to learn more about programming. So basically, my life, I spent a lot of years studying, and I'm very glad that I'm working as one now.
Yeah, you did a great job, and
Thank you.
I guess what I hear here from you is that you didn't give up. You just chased your dream, and that's how you turned out to be today. And I believe that
Yes.
you are a great role model for a lot of women out there. Speaking of role model, did you have any role model in your life? Uh,
Yeah, I do. Actually, more than one. My first main role model is was my mother. She unfortunately not here in our world. She died of breast cancer when I just finished my computer science studies, and I was then turning 18. So her strength as a woman and her courage and charm as a woman inspired me to be strong in any trials that I faced through in life. And when it comes to tech role models, I Cherry Liz, you is one of my inspirational role models. I also have other Filipino friends who are active in the tech community. That's Marilog in Denmark, who leads the Azure user group, and also Adrian Takas, who is also very active in sharing technical skills. So because of them, I'm more inspired to share about my experience in tech, my story, and I hope that my story will also inspire other young women to do likewise. So it will be more of us because there's a great need of women like us in tech companies.
You're so sweet. Thank you very much.
You're
You
welcome.
actually inspire me a lot with all the community works that you do. I also know that you are more active there too as a mentor for the younger girls. Will you share with us a little bit about that?
Yeah, sure. Actually, my desire or my passion for mentoring started when I had my first job as a software engineer. I had the opportunity to teach kids programming in school in locally to schools in Sweden locally. And I saw that most of my programming students were boys, and there in school, there's already a gender diversity problem. And because of that, I was inspired to do mentorship through different network nonprofit organizations locally in my city, in Sweden, and even internationally. So I use my free time to inspire others because I see the problem. So I'm helping young women, for example, on their programming problems or questions that they may have on how it is to work as a software developer, for example, in an IT consulting company or a product company. So I'm very inspired and I really like helping others because it helped me myself as a person too.
Yeah, beautiful. Yeah, that's great. Thanks for all the great work. Um, do you have any advice for the people that they are watching us right now that if they are considering to join the tech, or they are already having some different roles in tech world and they want to grow, do you have any advice for them?
Yeah, sure. My first advice for those who young women who wants to join to tech is to never give up because in tech in our tech industry there and even in our society we have this stereotypes that women cannot make it to tech. But my advice is to never give up whatever challenges that you may face in achieving your goals, and also for the women that are working in tech but wants to achieve more of what they want to do in their companies. I my advice is to dare speak up and to stand up for what it is that you want to do and follow your dreams. For example, if you're already a software engineer and you really want to work back end programming, then do it. Learn about back end programming and don't let the stereotypes that the women in programming can just do front end. But for example, if you desire to do front end programming, just do it and follow your dreams and dare do it and speak up. So
Yeah.
that's my advice.
Yeah, that's a great advice, and I'm sure that if you ever want to have a mentorship or if you have any question, I'm pretty sure that Jonah is there to answer you. Yeah, she has also her DM open on Twitter. Just ping her and then she will be there for you. Thank you very much, Jonah, for the nice conversation.
Yeah, thank you so much, Sherry, for giving me the opportunity to share my story. It's really great opportunity, and I hope I inspired someone and all young women that are watching right now.
I'm sure you did.
Yes, thanks.
Thanks.